Good evening, class. Summer officially kicks off tomorrow, and what better place to be than summer school? You're watching Monday with Bray, and this is summer school. All right, you just hit the button. Hit the button. Alright guys, welcome back to Monday with Bray. I got an exciting episode for you today. Our first lesson in summer school is going to be about the JHS Morning Glory. I know what you're saying, I can already hear you. Brayden, oh my gosh, Bray, this is like the 5th episode on Morning Glories this past month. Well, guess what? It's not ending anytime soon. No, I'm just playing. But seriously, I do want to talk about the Morning Glory. Again, a few weeks ago, I did an episode on buying one of my bucket list pedals, and that was a hand-stamped Morning Glory right here. So this is a V3. And check this out. I got a pedal cam. Whoop. All right, so that's the V3 right there. Well, I'll keep holding this because that same week that I purchased this V3, another V3 popped up in my reverb feed at just a good deal, so I couldn't pass that up. So we now have 2 hand-stamped V3s in the collection. So, just having these pop up on my reverb feed and purchasing them just kind of kick-started this. I don't know if you would say obsession, but whatever you want to call it. Those 2 are not my first Morning Glories that I've owned. Actually, the first one I bought was this V4 right here. I got this from Sweetwater, brand new, and I switched the knobs. I'm pretty quirky, pretty cool. It's pretty neat right there. And then, so I bought that Morning Glory, loved it, and, just had it on a board, kept using it with guitar, bass, whatever. And then Josh put out his Morning Glory video on the JHS show, and they re-released the 2009 edition of the Morning Glory. So I picked that up when that released, and then I had those 2 V3s pop up and purchased them. So that is my purchase history with the Morning Glory, if you will. Just want to say a couple things about the Morning Glory. Just like what it's about and, how it started and all that. So, the Morning Glory this is straight from JHS. The Morning Glory is undoubtedly our most well-known overdrive pedal, winning more awards and receiving more accolades than any of our other designs. We worked hard to make it one of the most transparent overdrives out there. When you want to add some mid to low level grit to your crystal clean tone, use the Morning Glory. When you want to boost a crunchy tone into thicker sustain, use the Morning Glory. When you need to add tube-like touch response to a less than ideal amp, use the Morning Glory. When you need to switch between 2 gain levels on the fly, yeah, you get the idea. So that is the Morning Glory. It's transparent tone for your guitar, low to medium gain, overdrive. It's actually Josh's take on the Marshall Blues Breaker from, I think it's 1991 or something like that. And that's what we have today. So, in JHS history, there are currently 4 versions. So, V1 kind of looks like this guy. I don't have an actual V1, I just have this. So there's a V1, bigger white enclosure with black knobs, no bright cut switch, and no logo. So A true V1 probably, I don't think, had this on there. I can't remember. But Josh did do a Morning Glory video, and it's pretty great. So go check that out. I'll link it in the description. So that's the V1. V2, he said they switched to the smaller current enclosure, and they do a gold powder coat color. So the V2 kind of looks like this V3 right here, but it won't have any logos or anything on it. It is literally just the bare gold enclosure. And then we get to the V3. We get the bright cut toggle added right here. So this is the bright cut toggle. And then after that, we go and we get to the V4. So what's different about the V4 than the rest of the versions? Well, it looks the same. It's the gold enclosure, 3 knobs, and a toggle switch. Well, this toggle switch is actually now a gain switch. And then when you switch that, we go into a higher gain mode in the Morning Glory. If we turn this bad boy over right there, your high cut switch is moved to the side right there. And you just toggle back and forth between that. And then they add a red remote switch to the V4. So the red remote is this little switch right here. Josh has the red remote, and it does, well, it's a switch. That's it. And then in all of his pedal, well, not all of his pedals, but in some of his pedals, he has a red remote function, and it does certain thing to that pedal. In the Morning Glory's case, you plug the red remote in right there, and then when you're on your board, you press the red remote, and it actually flips this switch for you. So if you're needing that high gain on the fly, it's basically, I like to see it as 2 overdrives in one, because you can set your Morning Glory to like noon-ish or whatever, wherever you like it. And then if you have that red remote setting, then it flips that gain switch on the fly, and you can use it for just added gain in your tone. So I've used the red remote alongside the V4 for, I think I've had that pedal for almost 5 years now. So that's, or no, whatever, 4 years, whatever. And it's a great option to have, in my opinion. So what do we do with all this information? We have all this thrown at us at one time. So what's the point of all this? Well, I'd like to think that this can help you if you don't have a Morning Glory. I'd like to think this video will help you decide on which one to pick up and which one is best for you going forward. So let's start at V1. If you can find a V1, I'd say just pick it up anyway, but there are a lot of these 2009 versions out on Reverb. They're kind of expensive sometimes, depending on who's selling it, so just keep your eye out on that. I wouldn't say this, if you're going for your first Morning Glory, I would say not go after a V1 or something like this, the 2009 throwback. So if we have a V2, I'd also scoop that up. These are getting more and more rare, harder and harder to find on Reverb or Craigslist, wherever you're looking for pedals, Facebook Marketplace. So if you find a V1 or V2 at a good price, pick it up anyway. But if you're first starting out, if you literally are just looking for that tone, then we move down the line to the V3. So V3s are all over the map, in my opinion. I picked one up. It was $250. So the V4 retails for, I think, $199. So you do add that $50, but I picked the second one up for right around $200. So it is a used pedal. It is it doesn't have all the features of the V4, but if you want that nostalgia, that hand stamped, whatever, if that means something to you, then the V3 is definitely doable, in my opinion. You get that high cut switch, you just don't get that red remote or the gain switch, that feature. So if you want um, the specialty of having a hand stamped Morning Glory, then a V3 is definitely a good option to jump into. But in my honest opinion, owning all four of these guys, and playing through these V3s for these past couple weeks, if I was brand new, sitting down and someone asked me, which Morning Glory should you go after, I would say the V4. The V4 you can pick up on the used market between, I don't know if this is too low. I've seen them this low, but it's not very often. But you could pick them up between $150 and then brand new they're $199. So even if you do get that brand new, you get that red remote feature and the gain switch. If you don't want to use the red remote, you still have that gain toggle as an option. So that is my recommendation for someone to jump in and just wants to try the sound of the Morning Glory, or wants to just give it a shot on their board. I think it's a great pedal, and obviously I own four of them, but it's definitely a mainstay on my board and will be for years to come. So let me know what you think about the Morning Glory down in the comments. Have you ever owned one? Have you do you plan to pick one up? Do you have one on your board? Do you have something that's comparable to the Morning Glory? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Go ahead and like this video if you stuck around and enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to check out our merch, link down in the description. We're just using a bonfire store. That's the easiest way to get that merch to you. And I think that's about it. So, I've been Braden. This has been the Morning Glory. This has also been Summer School. You guys enjoy your summer, and we'll catch you around here next time. This has been Monday with Bray. Peace. I should have played them, I guess, but nah.